YTPC. Padre Piper coming to you via the virtual airwaves of YouTube. Saying hello, YouTube Pipe community. I hope you're finding the blessings in your life. Wanted to take to the virtual airwaves today, talk to you for a few minutes about a few different things. I got a few things on my mind. They all kind of revolve around, I guess, what we might call technology and in particular social media. So let's start with the social media part. Number one, Padre has expanded his presence on social media, and I know that that is just absolutely thrilling. Well, maybe it's not absolutely thrilling to you. At any rate, I'll have some links or graphics or something to let you know if you want to find me on Twitter. I'm there now. If you want to find me on Instagram, I'm there now. Anyway, right now we're on YouTube. So let's talk for a moment about technology and YouTube and social media. This is going to be odd, but I'm sure some of you subscribe to channels that are not related to the YTPC. Sometime back I had a problem with mice. I did. And I found some channels on YouTube that dealt with mice. Well, more specifically, how to catch them. And there's a really good channel. I wish I knew the guy's name off the top of my head. I'd give him a plug. I can put it down in the cellar if you're into mice. But he has a channel, and he has, what he does is he tests out various mouse traps that are on the market. And you'd be surprised. I mean, there are literally hundreds, if not thousands of different types of mouse traps out there. Some of them are pretty cool. And what he does is he tests them out, and he makes videos, and he shows you how they work in real life, and he captures and kills and does whatever you're supposed to do with mice. Well, apparently he's very popular. He has lots of subscribers. He's monetized his channel, but now he's got strikes against him because he has videos that show mice being trapped and, you know, killed. And apparently that's now a no-no on YouTube. So I got to thinking about that. You know, YouTube is cracking down, right? Now, as of a couple of months ago, I haven't, you know, gone out looking for this, but there was some pretty graphic stuff on YouTube. You could watch ISIS fighters executing prisoners. You can see all sorts of, you know, war type stuff. You can see some pretty graphic human death on YouTube. But apparently a mouse getting caught in a trap is against their terms of service. Now, let's extrapolate that out for a moment as we discuss our freedoms. Is it possible, YTPC, that we're coming upon an age very shortly where our community will no longer be permissible according to YouTube terms of service? I mean, is our hobby of pipe smoking so offensive, so detrimental to people's healths? Did I just pluralize healths? To people's health. Think about that. It could be like virtual secondhand smoke. And YouTube might say, you can't make those videos anymore. You got to shut those channels down. Are we coming to that? Is it possible that we are coming to that? You know, we think about things like freedom, and we think we have freedom of speech, but the reality is that's a right guaranteed to us by the Constitution if we live in the United States of America, but we still need to play by the rules of the platforms that we're on. So if YouTube says that's against the rules, it doesn't matter what the Constitution says, because YouTube gets to create their own rules. They're not infringing upon our speech, or at least that's what the argument would be. They're just saying we don't let people talk about tobacco or pipes anymore, particularly with the FDA deeming and such. I mean, they've got good reason to back that up. Now, I'm not saying that that's where YouTube is. I'm not even saying they're going there. I'm just throwing it out there. Is there the potential? And I think that there is. I do think that we're living in such a nanny state, there's the potential for that. I'll give you another story about technology and social media. I mentioned I've expanded my presence on social media, not only now just on YouTube, But I've got Instagram. Well, I almost had Instagram. I have Twitter. I say almost had Instagram because the same night I created my Twitter account, I also created an Instagram account because all the cool kids are doing it now. They're showing off their pipes and such. And I kid you not, when I say in under 10 seconds, I'm talking about 8 seconds at most after creating my Instagram on my little trusty iPhone. I was thrown out of it. A message popped up and it said that my account had been deactivated for a violation of their terms of service, specifically spamming. Now, the account was literally about 8 seconds old. I don't know how I could have even spammed or who I could have even spammed. I mean, obviously it's a flaw in the system, but come on, seriously? So then it sent me on this wild goose chase and I had to, you know, type in this and push send here and learn this and read this. And apparently people like me don't know their terms of service. And so I had to be ready to read and say I read their terms of service. And then it kind of implied that I had violated their terms of service in the 8 seconds that I had their account by posting unmentionables. 8 seconds. That's about all I had on this account. So anyway, I get an email about an hour or so after that. The email is actually from Facebook, which apparently now owns Instagram. And now we see why Instagram is just so well run. So Facebook says, hey, we deactivated you, buddy, because you violated our terms of service, you spammer and you poster of nasty images. And I said, hey, I think there's a mistake here. And so what they asked me to do was, I kid you not, this is what I had to do to get my account back. I had to take a selfie of me. It had to have my face in it. I had to have a handwritten note where I spelled out, I think it was like a 6-digit secret numerical code known only to me and them. And I had to take that selfie. And it's specific. It said that my face has to be in that picture and the hand holding that piece of paper. And it has to be clearly legible. And so I contorted myself and got my selfie taken with my hand and my face and the secret code, making sure it could be seen. And I emailed it back to them. And about 24 hours later, they said, okay, your Instagram account's cool. Actually, they did say sorry for the inconvenience. Really? I mean, you accused me of spamming and putting up nasty pictures? What's up with that? Oh my goodness. Technology, social media. Okay, here's the final kicker. This is kind of like the highlight of the entire video. Get a load of this. This morning, I received no less than 3 voicemails from the same phone number. The first one at 7:58 a.m., the second one at 8:50 a.m., the third one at 11:32 a.m., and I want to play those voicemails, or at least one of those voicemails for you. It takes about 30 seconds. You need to hear about how I am in big trouble. Listen to this. I mean, it must be real because it came to my phone.
By the local police, as there are 4 serious allegations pressed on your name at this moment. We would request you to get back to us so that we can discuss about this case before taking any legal action against you. The number to reach us is 716-304-9332. I repeat, 716-304-9332. Thank you.
So, that's pretty serious. I mean, local police are coming after me? Little old Padre Piper? Just some guy that likes worshiping the Lord and reading his Bible and praying with people and occasionally smoking a pipe? What did I do? I'll tell you what I did. I called that number. And you'll never believe who it was. It was the IRS. Yes, the IRS. But I'm a smart guy, so I didn't want them to know it was me. So the first thing I did was I went *67 on my phone before I called them. In fact, I have a little video clip of that. You want to watch it?
Stop calling us. I want the...
Well, I guess that's not a real number. Okay, so obviously it's not going to work with the *67. So I said, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to take that block off. They'll be able to see who I am. And I called that number a second time. And I video recorded it. You want to watch it?
Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line and you'll be transferred to the next available agent.
Thank you for calling IRS. How can I help you?
Hi there. I received a voicemail. Sounded like an automated voicemail asking me to call this number. Sounded kind of serious.
Okay. The call you have received is from the IRS Investigation Department, and you're speaking with Agent John Chester.
I'm sorry, with who?
Please provide me your first and last name so I can provide the information regarding the call.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
John Chester.
John?
Chester. C-H-E-S-T-E-R.
C-A?
Chester, like Chest, and then E-R.
G as in girl. G-E-S-T-E-R?
Chester, like C as in Charlie.
Okay.
H as in Henry.
Uh-huh.
E as in Eliza.
Uh-huh.
S as in Suzanne.
Okay.
T as in Tiger. E as in...
Got it. Chester. I'm sorry, I just...
E as in Egypt. R as in...
Okay. Got you. And so, I'm sorry, Mr. Chester, you are with the IRS?
Yes.
Okay. And could you explain...
Please kindly provide me your first and last name in order to provide you the information so I receive the phone call.
Well, you called me, so obviously you must know who
So I want you to provide me your first and last name.
Sure. Okay. My name is Hoffa. H-O-F-F-A. My first name is... Yes. My first name is James.
Jim Hoffa.
James. J-A-M-E-S.
Okay. And the last four digit of your social is 2971?
Say again? The last what?
Last four digit of your social security is 1971?
I'm not sure I want to give that over the phone.
I'm asking it. I'm confirming it. You just confirm me. That is the last four digit of your social is 1971. Yes or not?
Okay, sure.
Is it
Yes.
yes or is it no?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, Mr. Chester.
1971 is the last four digit of your social.
Mr. Chester, I said yes. You sound a little testy.
And you know what? You sound like a fucking bitch.
Excuse me? Well, I guess he wasn't really with the IRS after all. So, ITPC, what do you think of that? I can't believe how testy Mr. Chester was with me. I mean, clearly, the government should train the IRS agents to be better than that, right? I mean, come on. No one deserves to be spoken to the way he spoke to me. I have a good mind to call the White House, take it all the way to the top. If I need to go to the Supreme Court, I'll do it. Mr. Chester, if that's his real name, needs to be put in his place. All right, obviously, it's a scam, right? So I said, well, look, let me do the right thing. Somebody who's important needs to know about this guy, this team of guys and what they're doing. I mean, because somebody, believe me, they're doing it because it works. They're doing it because they've cheated people and it's profitable for them. So I went to the trusty old Google, technology, and the Google led me to IRS.gov, and I dug around there, and believe me, that is not an easy website to dig around. But I found something, and it said, hey, if you have experienced, and it described what I just experienced, it said, call us. So it gave a number. And you know what I did? I called that number, and I recorded it. You want to see that? Here it is. Okay, so when I go online to irs.gov, what I find is they've got an entire page set up about phishing schemes for them. I'm going to try, I'm reaching around the camera here, I'm going to dial their number that they give, and this is a number that, it's a 1-800 number where the last 4 digits are 1040. We're going to see if this is really 1040 easy or not. But this is allegedly, you can call them and say, hey, is this a real agent? It says, record the employee's name, badge number, callback number, caller ID if available. So I've got caller ID. I didn't get a badge number. I did get Mr. Chester's name. So let's see. I suspect the IRS is going to be of minimal help. The scariest words in the English language, as the joke goes, is we're from the government and we're here to help you. So let me press call. See if we can get a friendly IRS person to talk to us about this.
Welcome to the Internal Revenue Service. You can also visit us at www.irs.gov. To continue in English, press 1. Para continuar en español, we currently are experiencing high call volumes.
Yeah.
IRS.gov allows you to check your refund, get a tax form, or find answers to tax law questions.
Good Lord.
You can also access your account online to view the amount you owe, make a payment, view your payment history, or get a transcript of your tax records. In addition, you can obtain your prior year AGI if you are filing your return electronically. Go to irs.gov/account for more details. If you choose to wait, your call will be processed in the order it was received. For questions about your refund, or to check the status of your Form 1040X amended tax return, press 1. For answers about your personal income taxes, the tax reform law, or calculating your income tax withholding, or to order tax form or publication, or a tax transcript, press 2.
You can't make this stuff
For answers
up.
about your business taxes, press 3. To hear general pre-recorded information and resources available to you about the health care law, including how it may affect individuals, families, and employers, press 4. For answers about your personal or business taxes as it relates to health care, press 5. To repeat this menu,
Good
press
Lord.
9.
Could you imagine repeating it? Yeah, I think it's probably best to just hang up. What is most disheartening about this is the criminal scammers are easier to get in touch with than the government, who is supposed to be helping us. Let that sink in for a moment. So, that wasn't helpful, was it? Not at all. Thank you, IRS. Anyway, that's where it stands, folks. This technology thing, let's face it, it's here to stay. Social media, it's here to stay, but you know what? I don't think we're quite as free as we really think we are. Because at the end of the day, Twitter, well, they got themselves a monopoly on tweeting. Facebook, they got themselves a monopoly on Facebooking. And Instagram, which is now owned by Facebook, they got themselves a monopoly on Instagramming. So if you want to play with those big boys, you got to follow their rules. And their rules may not appreciate your free speech. It just kind of is what it is. That is a bit of a different video for old Padre Piper, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you get scammed by anything similar to what you just heard, folks, don't fall for it. Please don't. I mean, I had a little fun, but it's dangerous business. Those folks know what they're doing. They're criminal elements, and they're pretty good at what they do. So don't take everything very skeptically. Skeptically? Did I just make that word up? Be skeptical in all that comes your way via that kind of stuff, IRS, etc., police coming after you, because we all know that the police use an automated voicemail system to call and not identify who they really are or who you are, but to let you know that there's some very serious allegations against you. Just be careful, folks. With technology comes all sorts of hidden dangers, sometimes that we're not even aware of. Took a little humorous approach to some of that today, but hey, I did expand my social media presence this week, so if you're interested, you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, and I thank you for being a subscriber here on YouTube. Padre Piper, wishing you and yours God's peace, grace, and blessings.